What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope it's fabulous. And yes, that is a play on Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure to come at the end of the podcast, unfortunately, but fortunately.
Sorry we made you guys watch it.
Yeah, so sorry about that.
If you did watch it.
Yeah, if you did watch it.
I'm mad I made myself watch it.
I know, and if you didn't watch it, totally respect. But it is Monday, so happy Monday to you. Marvelous Macy's Monday. This podcast is presented by Macy's. Listen, I know that I mentioned that fall was like around the corner, but summer is still going strong. We still have
hot out, that's for sure.
It's still very hot out. This is going to go into August. It's going to go into September. So you still need some summer essentials in your closet. They have everything that I need. They have swimsuits, they have cover-ups, they have beach towels, sandals, pool toys. Also, why not even stock up for next summer? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the things you buy this
ahead of the game.
The things you buy this summer will be good next summer
Right,
as
by
well.
Memorial Day, you'll be like, oh my God, so happy I have all these things.
Right, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm not behind, I'm ahead. So right now, shop at Macy's.com. Maybe you have a Labor Day barbecue coming up, or you're still trying to soak in those summer weekends. It's still hot out, so it's not gone just yet. So go to Macy's.com/summerhits, get beach towels, sandals, cover-ups, swimsuits, have it all, and you will be rocking it next summer as well.
They have
Stay
so
prepared.
many cute
Stay
bathing
ahead.
suits. Exactly. And I'm such a sucker no matter what time of year it is of buying bathing suits. They have such cute ones.
Me too.
So,
I don't care what time of the year it is.
No, I don't
Bathing.
either.
Maybe you'll go on vacation. You never know where the
never
world's
know.
going to take you.
You never
So
know.
make sure you stay prepared, stay ahead of the game, and don't jump right into fall just yet. It's not there just yet. Let's hang on, people. Let's hang on for all we got.
I'm hanging on for sure.
Let's hang on. Yeah. How was your weekend? Hang on to summer,
Rip
folks.
the sides.
And just hang on tight.
And hang on. My weekend was lovely. Just out at the beach, chilling,
Beautiful.
relaxing.
Max and all cool.
Yeah.
B-ball?
And no b-ball for me, but Joe played b-ball.
Okay, there was b-ball.
There was b-ball was
B-ball.
played, just not by myself.
Yeah.
And it was very nice. Not to dive into the weather too much, but Sunday turned out to be a sneaky beautiful day at the beach, and it was like
just creeped on
looked
up.
like it was supposed to be cloudy and rainy, and it was a little when we woke up, and then the sun just appeared.
It rose to the occasion.
And it was so nice. It was a lovely weekend. We went out Thursday night, which was
we did.
fun because we had a Love Island event. Guys, I did see, we saw Rob in the flesh.
Yeah.
You know,
Can I just say, I'm gonna give my total honest opinion about Rob.
He's just
He thinks he's too cool for school,
Totally.
in my personal opinion. And I will say this: I've heard what the Islanders have to say about him. They say he's like a good guy, a nice guy, and I'm sure he is.
Yeah, and he does. Yeah,
I'm sure he is. But the energy that he was giving off at that event was, I'm too cool for school.
100%.
Which is, he's probably tired.
And he also could have been wildly uncomfortable. I'm not. It's just like one of those things where it's like,
right.
It's like, and then when you're giving off that energy, then I'm just like, well, now I don't, because I don't want to make it worse.
Yeah, and I actually think that there's a fine line in between, like, maybe somebody has social anxiety and they're tired and they've been filming a ton of things.
Yeah.
And then, like, sometimes that can come across as, like, too cool for school, but really they're just awkward.
Yeah.
So that might be like the situation at hand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we didn't, it was just one of those things where we were like, they're supposed to be doing videos and stuff. And then he was like, oh, he's like done with videos. I was like, okay.
Yeah, we had a schedule where we were sent a schedule to film certain things.
Yeah.
And he was on our schedule to film something with him, and then we got told he's
done.
Content out.
Which is it is what it is. Everybody else was fantastic. So
yeah.
And love chatting with everybody. They're so fun. And they're having quite the time.
They're having the time
in New York City right now.
They're having the time of their lives, and they're all so sweet and so much fun.
Yeah.
And I'm wishing them all the best, because
Same.
The Love Island USA season 6 is coming to an end tonight because of the reunion. And we're going to close a chapter, and this is the end of an era.
Yeah. We'll remember it fondly.
We will, and I'm scared. I'm scared that we'll never have something like this again. I'm worried.
It's fine. We probably won't.
I'm worried.
Like it's fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't recapture the magic like that. You just and you just have to remember it for how it was.
You're right. Just remember the good times.
Exactly.
Remember the good times.
And then like for the next seasons, we just can't always keep referring back. Oh well, it's not as good as season 6.
You're right.
Because it probably won't be. But that doesn't mean it won't be okay on its own or good on it.
That's so true. We need to just appreciate it for what it is and not always go back to season 6.
Exactly.
But I'm very excited for the reunion tonight. And then after the little happy hour on Thursday, we went to a lovely dinner, a nice little double date, delicious little dinner.
Yep.
Really enjoyed myself.
It was delicious. I was cracking up because I was thinking about it later this weekend. But when we got to the restaurant, it was totally full. Mm-hmm. And we had a late reservation. So like we were in the back room and it started to trickle out, started to empty, right? So like the 4 corners of the room all had tables. And of course there were all people in between, but those people all started to leave. And there was a certain point during our dinner that I gasped.
Not only did you gasp, you fell back.
Yes.
You fell
because
it was a gasp and fall back.
I
mid conversation
could have sworn my ex-boyfriend was sitting at one of the tables on the other side of the room. And the way we were sitting was like a corner table booth where it's like a round, you know what I'm saying? It's a U shape. So we're all looking out to the room. And I was cracking up because my first initial glance was like, oh my God, it's him. Then we proceeded to stare for like 30 minutes.
I stared so hard at this guy.
And I was like, wait, guys, actually, I don't think it's him. And then we were like looking up old pictures. And Matt's like, I don't know. It kind of could be him.
He was really feeding into it.
But then it was so funny because then we're staring at this kid. It was not him, but we end up staring at this kid for so long that now he's just staring back. Like he's staring back because he's like, what are these? Why is this entire table staring at me?
And like we're like giggling about him. We're staring.
No, we're literally looking at a phone, being like.
We're looking at pictures of him,
like pointing at him, looking at the phone.
Truly, like, not being discreet about it at all.
No.
Treating him like he's a zoo animal.
Yes.
Like, we are literally pointing and talking about this man that turns out was not Fran's ex-boyfriend.
Was not him.
But for the rest of the dinner was us just trying to decipher if it was your ex-boyfriend or not.
And it was very funny.
Like, I almost wish it was him because the way that you fell back into your chair, like, oh my God, that's my ex-boyfriend. Like,
well, just like, sometimes when you just see a ghost, it's you're surprised.
Yeah, right. You were very surprised.
Yeah.
And it added a little bit of excitement to the dinner, although it was
not him.
Which was funny.
Yeah.
Very,
Shout
very
out
funny.
also our great waitress. Loved her.
Stella, she was awesome.
Yeah, she was awesome.
She was such a delight. And she was like, I'm gonna,
we were at Emmett Grove, by the way. We didn't even say where we were.
Emmett Grove. I've never been there before. That was my first time. Yeah. But and it's one of those places that people like really hype up. So I had to try it at least once,
everything we had, I really enjoyed.
Delicious. But Stella was like, it's the end of the night. Like, you're getting laid back, Stella. And I was like, you should be laid back, Stella, all the time, End of the night, who cares? Let your hair down.
End of the
night.
We're
easygoing.
I know. We were had some nice good food, cocktails. It was delicious.
Good food, good.
But yeah,
good
that
company.
was a little added extra entertainment.
It was
to the rest of the evening.
It's always like those moments where you're like, I'm in a TV show.
Yeah, And Joe's so funny. Like, he's like, oh, is it? I'm gonna go up and introduce.
Yeah, Joe's like, I want to meet this guy, and I was like, oh my God, I hope it's him. Like, this would just be, if you're gonna go up and introduce yourself.
Right. You selfishly were like, oh my God, I'm gonna get to sit here and watch this happen.
No, I was like, and that's why Matt kept going like, I think it's him. I think it's him. Joe, I think it's him. I think you gotta go say hi. And like, this guy just wasn't him at all. Just after we really got a good look, we were like, this is just not fucking him.
And also, like, sometimes when you see somebody and they're sitting down and then they stand up, you just see them in a totally different way. And you're just like, oh, that's so not him.
Mm-hmm. Like, once he stood up, you're like, no.
Yeah.
Could
but
it be?
we were really cracking up because whoever this guy is was probably like, why the fuck is this table staring at me? Like, what is going on?
Well, in his
why
head-
are they staring at me? Who knows if maybe he could have recognized Marty. Like, who knows what could have happened too? Could have been us. He's like, why the fuck are these people staring at me?
I know. And honestly, he's probably like, damn, they're mistaking me for a famous person. like, he's probably like, oh my God, who do they think I am? We're in the West Village.
Yep.
I could be anybody.
Yep.
So that was very fun. I had a very
it was nice.
very, very low key weekend. Kind of basically did nothing for the
so
most
nice,
part.
though. Like,
yeah, it was beautiful.
It's good to do that.
Some of my friends came over Friday night, super chill, just hung out on my couch, ate some good food, talk, just super chill. Matt was at a bachelor party, so Saturday I was gonna come to Long Island.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what? I'm always going somewhere. Like I'm always
on the go.
I'm always on the go.
I feel
like,
you.
I was like,
sometimes it's good to just be like, I'm staying.
And I was like, you know what? I texted Fran. I was like, I just looked at how long it's going to take me to get there, and the weather's about to change. It's gonna get cloudy and rainy, and I'm going to drive 2 hours, and then all of a sudden I'm going to have to turn around.
Yeah. You missed the window.
Yeah.
There was like a 5-hour window where it was nice, and then it got rainy and cloudy.
Yeah.
So
and I was
by the time you would have gotten there, it would have been too late.
Right. And I was like, I'm not putting myself through this. I'm not putting myself through the 2-hour drive to get there, and all of a sudden it's raining, and I'm like, fuck. Why did I just sit in the car for 2 hours just to drive back home? So I had a lovely day to myself on Saturday where I just relax. I went for a walk around Jersey City, and I watched a proposal happen, and I got all these videos, but I was walking.
Did you offer to send them to them?
Once you
they had a full production.
No, listen. Yeah. Once you see the videos, I'll show you. They didn't need me. Okay, they didn't need mine, because this is what happened. I was walking, and at this point I'm like oblivious because I didn't even see that there was something in the distance, but I hear this couple that's literally right behind me, and she's going, oh my god, I see flowers, and she starts freaking out, and she's like, wait, I want to put my heels on, and she's like, oh my god, I see the sign, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm standing there, but now I see it. There's big marry me sign lit up, lots of flowers, a whole archway.
Oh
I didn't even realize, and they're freaking out behind me. She's freaking out, and I'm like, oh my god, we gotta get out of the way. I gotta get out of the way right here. So I pull over to the side, and then I'm like, well, I kind of want to watch. So I scurry on by really fast, and I find myself a little spot where I can watch, where I'm not in the way. And it was really interesting how it went down. They had their whole group of friends waiting at this spot, screaming, phones out. They had 2 photographers. Wow. They were yelling. They had champagne ready.
It's a full production.
So before he even got down on one knee, they were all waiting, cheering. It was a whole thing. Then I watched this whole thing happen. Then they took pictures, right? They're
interesting. So their whole group of friends was there.
It was all
prior to him even getting down on
yes,
one knee.
It was backwards from anything I've ever seen before. It was still beautiful, though. I teared up watching it from afar.
No, it's so nice, but can you even hear what your boyfriend's saying?
Yeah, well, everyone was cheering, whatever, and then they took pictures in front of the archway, holding flowers and everything, before he got down on one knee, and then they were like, okay, do it. They were like, come on. And then he did it. He got down on one knee.
Yeah.
And it was really short. He was like, will you marry me? I heard this very loud. And then she said yes, and that was it. And they were all cheering and yelling. And it was so backwards from any proposal I've ever seen before. But they were all so happy, and it was such a lovely moment.
That is nice.
It was really nice, but I was like, oh, so everybody's a part of the proposal.
Everybody, yeah.
Everybody's a part of, they're cheering him on to get down on one knee.
Right.
So it was really exciting.
Some people love that.
And then I get back to my building. So I went on an hour walk, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go back to my gym building, the gym in my building, and I'm going to just finish off my workout. And there's a full engagement party happening on my amenity floor. Separate from that proposal. And I was like, you know what? This is beautiful.
This is prime time. Saturday in August. It
was beautiful. I was like, oh my God, I'm surrounded by love.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by love in every area. This is gorgeous.
Love is in the air.
Yeah, because I had such a relaxing day by myself, and I was like, oh my God, but all these beautiful celebrations are happening around me.
That's so nice.
How gorgeous. And then went back to my apartment, had one of those, like really good everything showers where you just like get it all. I tried that like viral collagen face mask thing.
Yeah.
It was good. I'm not like going crazy about it.
I saw the video you made, and that's my question is, people sleep with it on all night?
You sleep with it on all night. Or you could just wear it for 3 hours or 4 hours before bed. I don't know.
Right. But like that to me, how do you sleep with that on your face?
I halfway through the night I ripped it off my face.
Yeah.
So that's my answer. I don't know how I think other people sleep up. Like
they just like sleep like they're in a coffin.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I wake up on my back like that and I'm like, ooh, that's nice. But a lot of times I'm on my side.
Totally.
But yeah, I ripped it off middle of the night.
Yeah.
But on top of that,
it seems uncomfortable to sleep in.
Besides all like wonderful shower and everything, I started rewatching Love Island season 5 UK because of the news.
Why? You just wanted to torture yourself like that?
Yeah, I wanted to go back and watch.
You what is it?
Masochist.
Sadist? What is it when you just love pain?
Masochist.
Isn't it masochist?
Yeah, I think so. I don't want to fuck that up, but I'm pretty sure.
I think it is too.
Masochist is a person who derives sexual gratification from their own pain or humiliation. So, no, but yeah. I understood what you were trying to say. I just, not even just that, I just like missed the drama. Like I was like, oh my God, it's been a couple years since I've seen this, like the Amber recoupling, the fucking Anna and Jordan stuff. Like, let me just, Curtis. Watching it back, at the time, I think we had the wrong people's side. Okay? Like, I think if this season came out now, we all would have been fucking like so mad at Maura for going after Curtis.
Right.
But because Maura was so likable,
right,
and such a fun character, nobody was that mad that Maura went after Curtis after him and Amy split up. But if that happened like on this season of Love Island USA, people would have fucking lost their minds at Maura. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But watching it back, I was like, holy fuck. It really was like Amy and Curtis ended, and then Maura was like, I want him to teach me how to dance. Yeah. And like, then they were together. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. So yeah, I started rewatching that, and I'm quite enjoying it, actually.
It is a great season.
But, obviously the Molly May and Tommy Fury stuff is quite upsetting. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's upsetting. And the moment when she comes back from Casa Amor and he's standing there with Ellie Belly.
Ugh,
I can't believe they didn't win. I think that's still shocking, is that Molly May and Tommy Fury didn't win that season. It's like, how could anybody see otherwise than their pure love for each other? I mean, not now, obviously.
Well, yeah, because I think it was different now looking back, because granted we know what happened, but for years they were together. Mm-hmm. So it was like, they do love each other. Like, it was kind of like proven, because at the time, remember when we were all watching, everyone was like, they're so young, like, are their intentions
Well, I think people thought that Molly May had bad intentions.
Yeah, they did.
But I thought that they loved each other very clearly while watching it at the time. Yeah. Like, I thought that they really liked each other.
But that was like the online chatter, Like, it's hard, like, that's what everyone was saying in the UK at the time.
Yeah,
so
that is
sometimes
true.
it's hard to, like, break out of that.
Right. Just watching it back now. And I will say,
and now I'm sure everybody does feel that way,
Amber is just so fucking gorgeous. Like,
she is.
Truly so fucking stunning. It's like insane. So I'm gonna keep rewatching it. Yeah. I'm gonna keep my rewatch up, because I just hit like the really good episodes. So now I'm locked in back into I'm just trying to
so many episodes.
I think I'm just trying to fill the void of like Love Island being done, to be completely honest. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like,
I still haven't finished this UK season. I have like maybe 5 or 6 left.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
That ended a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, it did. It's been over for a while.
Right.
Somehow still hasn't. You
still haven't spoiled it? Oh, pretty impressive.
So.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the rest of the show. I don't have really much else to add about my weekend. I actually, Matt was flying into LaGuardia, and
Did he fly in last night?
Yeah.
And he was able to?
Yeah, he was able to. His flight was earlier than all the cancellations, which was good. But I he, we all know my driving at the airport isn't fantastic. We've talked about this.
I literally just saw him. Like, it's not like, obviously he made it home.
Yeah, obviously he made it home. He's in the
I
office.
know. Kind of forgot about that part.
But we all have discussed my airport driving is not fantastic. So, every time he's coming back from a flight, which has been often lately because he's been traveling for work and then had a bachelor party this weekend. So he's always like, I'll just Uber. Like, we know, like, he's like, I'd rather you be in a good mood, see you, and not
so fair.
Angry.
Road rage.
At the airport.
Yeah.
So yesterday I was like, oh, I'm going to surprise. He thinks he's going to take an Uber home. I'll just surprise him at the airport. And that didn't work out because I ended up getting him. Yeah. But I thought I was ahead of the game. Like I was going to be early, and then I got stuck in the worst fucking traffic that he texted me he landed, and I was still like 25 minutes away. And I was like, I am so sorry. I have to tell you, I'm on my way to the airport right now. I can't turn around and go home because I'm also 30 something minutes away from home. Yeah. But I'm also like almost 30 minutes away from you. Do you want me to? And he was like,
so he's like, so you have to wait for me now.
No. And I was like, listen, if you want to just get an Uber. And he was like, no, please still come. Like, I don't care how long I wait. Like, I'd rather see you.
You're already in the car.
You're already in the car. I'd rather see you and have you come. But like, it's okay. You're in traffic. Like, do not worry. Because I was like getting worked up because I was like, fuck, my surprise is ruined. Like, I wanted it to be like, oh, I landed. Oh, I'm outside. And I was like, instead, you have to wait 25 minutes until I'm there, But the purpose was still there. The intent to surprise was there. Yes. But unfortunately, I couldn't execute the surprise in the way that I wanted it to. But I collected my thoughts. I collected myself in traffic. Yeah. And I said, do not get worked up. Did I get flipped off on the way there? Yes, I did. I did get flipped off. But I didn't let it control me. No, I didn't let it control me. And I said, it's going to be okay when you get to the airport, and don't let this take over your mood. And
Sunday in the summer too, like you're going to hit traffic.
Oh, the traffic was so bad. Yeah. But I'm learning. I said, you know what? Calm thoughts. Happy to
I accepted that middle finger, and I said,
I accepted it with a smile.
Have a nice day, sir.
It was a woman.
Ma'am.
And I accepted it with a smile. I said, you know what? Thank you. Yeah. I'll collect this one in my pocket and just go on my way. And there I was, happy to greet my fiance at the airport. So
there you go. That's so nice.
And made our way back home. Obviously, we switched spots. I didn't drive home. And I was back to being a nice passenger princess where I belong. Yeah. And he said to me, look at how much you're enjoying yourself in the passenger seat. And I said, you know what? You're right. It's where I belong. Yeah, I belong right in this passenger seat, and that's that. All right, let's get into the topics for today's show. We're going to be talking about the news of Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin splitting, but then they're not splitting. There was a false publication.
False alarm.
Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Keoghan are on and off again. Okay. Gracie Abrams and Paul Mescal seen in London. We also have the weekly watch report and a recap of Sharpay's fabulous adventure. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, unfortunate. That movie's so fucking bad. We'll get into it. All right, let's get into the topics. We have Proper Wild in studio, and Proper Wild is here to give you the clean all-day energy that you need in your life. We have been using Proper Wild for years now, the clean all-day energy shot. Super easy when you're looking for that extra boost of energy. The flavor I have in my hand is strawberry kiwi, but on top of that, they have energy gummies that deliver the perfect boost whenever you need to wake up and stay lively, stay energetic, stay fun. There's no weird ingredients, just good, clean caffeine. Best-selling flavors are peach mango, strawberry kiwi, which is my favorite that I'm holding in my hand right now, and blackberry. It gives you 4 to 6 hours of energy, and there's 5 times more caffeine than a shot of espresso. So this will give you the boost of clean all-day energy that you need in your life, whether that's in the morning to get you going, at night to keep you awake, to keep that energy flowing, whatever time of the day you want that energy. So use code WILD for 30% off at properwild.com. Once again, use code WILD for 30% off at properwild.com. You can try the different flavors. There's peach mango, there's strawberry kiwi, and there's also blackberry. Those are the best-selling flavors, so give those a try. My personal favorite, strawberry kiwi. Let me know what you think. So the world was surprised when we saw the news that Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin had split.
Yep. And it just seemed like it was like, oh, things have just fizzled.
7 years.
7 years. It's just not
7 years down the drain.
Yeah, it's just not there anymore. And fine. So everyone's like, oh, sad. That's sad they broke up. Hours later, they're not broken up. They're still together. They've just been busy, schedules, and that's that. But they're still together. And now there's been paparazzi shots of her, which I respect. Which, like, because they were like, oh, she doesn't have a ring on. And then she did take their paparazzi photos, but she does have a ring on, and she's just walking like this.
Yeah, she's just holding her ring up.
She's just holding her left hand up, like, here it is.
Right. This has to be crazy for Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson to be, whatever you're doing. They're both busy. They got work. They're traveling. All of a sudden, they're on their phone. They see TMZ hits. Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson split. And they're like, wait a second. We didn't fucking split.
Yep.
And then you're like, wait, now I have to clear this up. Now I have to call the paparazzi on myself and get a shot of my engagement ring.
Yep.
Now we have to call each other and be like, did you tell someone we broke up? Did you tell someone we broke up? And they're like, no, we're fine. Like, how does a false publication like that happen?
I don't know.
That always gets me. I'm like, how did someone falsely publish this?
Sometimes the sources just get it wrong. They had somebody who probably thought that they split and they had not. And a rep for Dakota confirmed to People that the couple is happily together.
And I'm happy for them. That. And you know what? A relief for me, because this is a couple where I don't know much about them. I haven't even seen much of them, but I go, yeah. I'm glad that they're together.
And it sounds like maybe they've had some good times and bad times, which is also where a source can get things wrong, right? Like if they hear, oh my God, I think they're probably breaking up, or they're hit a rough patch. Because a source told People they've had ups and downs, but now they're definitely back on, adding that they were, quote, going strong. So,
and I'm glad to hear that. And you know what? We know they're going strong because she lifted up her hand and said, hey, look at my ring.
Right.
I'm still with Chris Martin.
It's interesting that they have been engaged for so long, but they've it's like, oh, they're in no rush to get married. Like, that's fine. No rush to get married is one thing, but it's been like 4 years.
Right. I feel like a lot of Hollywood couples do that. I might be mistaken, but I feel like a lot of couples will get engaged for so long and then they don't get married. Like Sydney Sweeney and her fiance.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, haven't they been engaged for a while now too?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a lot.
They just
less
like
than
the
Chris
commitment
Martin.
of like an engagement, but not the full-fledged marriage.
And then like, are you just?
Because I could also see them like not. I could also see them like not fully believing in like the. Not like the ceremony aspect, but like the legal aspect of a marriage, especially when Chris Martin was married and got divorced.
Right. That
sometimes it's like, oh, I don't want to get married again.
Yeah,
but I want to show you that I'm committed.
Right. I can understand.
Yeah,
I can understand people having that. Not us.
No,
but I understand for people who. Like Chris Martin, who has been married before. He's probably like, listen, you're my partner. But then are they just forever fiancés? Or do they call each other husband and wife? Or is there no name for it?
I think probably eventually you're just like partner. My
Oh, that's my partner.
My life partner.
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like these Hollywood people say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably just, that's my guy.
That's my woman.
That's my lady.
Yeah,
that's
my lady.
my gal.
Yeah. Oh, meet my lifelong partner, Chris.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't flow.
No. Nope.
But at that point, when they're introducing people to each other, they already know who each other are.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, they probably don't have to do that.
Right. And who knows? Like, maybe eventually it does. Maybe they do just.
Here's my wife. Oh, she's my wife.
Yeah.
They just. That's as simple as that.
Right. That's like we didn't really talk about it, but like the Sarah Foster. Yes. And her husband broke up.
So,
but everyone's like, Sarah Foster and her husband break up. But then it was like, everyone was like, but they're not married.
Yes.
But then are they married?
They're not married. They're definitely not married. They never got legally married. And I sent you this being like, oh, we knew this was coming. And you were like, did
Yeah.
we?
I mean, I didn't know that.
And then I
did
didn't-
not know that a split was imminent.
And then I just didn't answer you because I was like, wait, is this something that I've just been talking to myself about? You know, when like you keep tabs on something,
Yeah.
right? That maybe
Yeah.
you don't even bring up to somebody else, but like you've been keeping
100%.
tabs on it.
100%.
Sarah Foster's relationship was one of those things for myself that I thought that we had talked about, and apparently we hadn't, where I was keeping tabs on that relationship, not in a weird way, but just in terms of like,
Right.
I had seen rumors about like them splitting up and how they're not really married. And she talked
Longtime partner.
longtime partner.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she had talked about them like not having sex publicly. Like, I don't know if I could be making that up, but I thought I heard that like maybe she talked about that on a podcast or something.
I don't know.
And so I was not surprised by this news. And then it was like something on their birthdays was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You've been more clued into the
I've been
discourse than I realized.
So I think I saw some rumors about it a while ago and just it stuck with me, and then I wasn't surprised, and I thought we had discussed the rumors and we didn't.
Yeah. So they just did a podcast episode with Justin Baldoni, funny enough.
Yeah.
And they were talking about just like relationships and stuff and like just where they are in their life. And Sarah had said, I'm craving surrounding myself with people who will also show up like that. I just have no time for anything else. She said she wanted to be like an open can of worms like that. That's where I'm at right now, and I'm just cutting people out left and right. So
I guess Tommy fell under that umbrella.
right. Potentially. That's
But I
where
think-
that's at.
From what I feel like they have been split longer than what has been revealed. Like I feel like they were living
that's
separate
fair.
lives.
Yeah, that's fair. Because they have young daughters, so
Yeah.
that's always a trickier situation too.
Yeah.
Was Dakota Johnson's was Kathy
What's the question?
her mother is Kathy Lee. Melanie, no, sorry, I'm thinking of the other Melanie Griffith.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like Kathy Lee and Hoda. They're different people.
Yeah.
Melanie Griffith.
Kathy Lee is Dakota Johnson's.
I mean, if you saw them, you like Kathy Lee Gifford, Melanie Griffith.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Melanie Griffith is Dakota Johnson's mother, and she was married to Antonio Banderas, or were they never married?
That's a question that I have.
Oh, see, they were married. Okay.
Have no idea
Yep,
about.
yep.
Okay, they were married.
Because I thought maybe like that was something she saw and growing up. Because obviously, like Antonio Banderas is not her father, but he was a father figure to her because they were married for almost 20 years. And they split in 2015, but they were married.
But they were actually married.
Yeah. I thought maybe that could have been one where they were like lifelong.
Yeah.
Because gosh, aren't who am I thinking of now? Kate Hudson's mother, Goldie Hawn, and Kurt Russell are not married. I don't think.
Now listen, like that you know, it's everybody's
That's
choice.
what I'm saying. It's like that's their. It's
You know, if
But
they
that's what I'm
want,
saying,
if
you
they
don't-
want to be together
Right.
and they don't want to legally put a name
Yep.
to it, that's completely fine.
Exactly. So, but that's why I'm saying like it doesn't even matter because look at how great those two have been,
Yeah.
and they're still together.
right.
So
It's completely up to you.
Yeah.
Some people don't believe in it. Some people
Exactly.
don't feel the need for it, and some people do. And I think either
and
way,
they have
it's
never
your
married,
choice.
but they have made it. They've made it work for decades and decades.
Yeah, that's
So-
it. Works for them.
Yep.
Whatever works for you, I
Exactly.
think. You know.
Yeah.
So Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson, you keep on doing that. Keep flashing the ring. You're
Yeah,
still
just-
together, and that's completely fine. I'm happy for them. I'm happy
Yeah.
that they're still together. Moving on, Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Keoghan.
A lot of couple talk today.
A lot of couple talk. Barry Keoghan and Sabrina Carpenter on and off again relationship. Now, to me,
Same kind of scenario, honestly. Like
yeah,
rumors that they broke up.
yeah, it was announced
then
that
this-
they announced that they broke up, and then Barry Keoghan liked Sabrina Carpenter's picture
Yep.
immediately after that. So then people were like, oh, maybe they're not split up. And then it was reported that they're on and again, off again. Now, to me, that doesn't seem so healthy. You know what I mean? Like when something's described as an on and off again relationship, I'm like, that's not healthy to me. Like either be on or be off.
Right.
You know, I understand maybe one time, oh, you're on, you're off, you're on, and then you're off. Right. You know, like I think you get one of those, right?
Yeah,
like I think, you know, I think you
get to break up and get back together one time.
You get how many ons?
You know what I mean? Like you break.
But then if you break up for the second time, then it's over.
If you break up for the second time, you got to be asking yourself, why are we breaking up for the second time?
You're allowed on, off.
Yeah. Is that crazy?
You're pushing it more than that?
Is that crazy of me to think like after you get to the second breakup, it's like, okay, we've now broken up twice.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not going to work.
My guess is also these two it could be as simple as like when they're together, it's on.
Yeah.
And when they're spending time apart, like some, you know, they can't be together all the time, work commitments, all those other things. Maybe when that happens, it's like, oh, like I can't like
maybe
so committed when we're not actually together.
I get what you're saying. Maybe
it's wasn't ever really like that locked in to begin with.
Yeah, maybe it's sort of like an open thing, and I'm not saying that they have an open relationship, but sort of like we see each other when we could see each other, and when we're not around each other, you like do your thing. Like we're not officially dating, so like you can talk to whoever, do whatever. But if we're in the same city, we will be together. Which how long can that go on for?
Right. Yeah.
You know.
But after, you know, the music video, the whole thing, you know, but
it is true. He was in it.
He did the whole music video. What are we talking about?
They weren't officially locked in. He was in the music video.
I know.
I'm forgetting these things.
I mean, the whole lyrics of the song too is kind of like,
and he's in the music video. Yeah. So they were locked in.
Yeah. Well, we don't know.
Officially.
Yeah.
Right.
But yes, a source told people that the relationship is, quote, on and off. And he liked that post, and that's it. Meanwhile, Carpenter alluded to them having an undefined relationship in a June interview with Rolling Stone. When asked if she refers to the actor as her boyfriend, she replied, "How do I skirt around this question?" She continued, "The dating pool is the pool. When you meet people that feel authentic and are so brilliant and amazing in every way, that's what you do. Obviously, I write songs about exactly how I feel, so I guess I can't be so surprised that people are interested in who and what these songs are about. That's something that comes with the territory."
Well, Sabrina, also when you're putting them in the fucking music video,
100%.
people are going to be talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I love Sabrina Carpenter, but let's not act like you didn't put him in the music video.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Oh, people are going to be wondering what the song's about. You put your not boyfriend in the music video.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the song is about him. Sometimes when you're like authentic you're like, you know what? Just put him in the video.
Right. Here he is.
She did call him one of the best actors of our generation. So
yeah, I have to see him in more things, because I mean, he was in Dunkirk, right?
Yeah.
So
was he in Dunkirk?
He might have been, but like there wasn't that much talking.
Yeah.
I don't see Dunkirk on here. But he is in Gladiator 2 coming up.
Yeah, that's a big one.
No, he is in Dunkirk.
He is?
Don't make me feel crazy, guys. He's in
I don't know. I just feel like no.
Oh, it didn't pop up as one of his like top things.
Well, maybe because it's from 2017. But I don't know how big of a role he has, but I'm just talking about the things that I have seen him in. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he's definitely in Dunkirk.
Yeah. I don't see it on IMDb.
What about the
because he's alive throughout the movie and then he dies. It's on his IMDb. Dunkirk is very clearly on his IMDb. Guys. Yeah. He's in Dunkirk and he plays George. He plays George in Dunkirk.
I'm not saying he's not.
I know. He plays George in Dunkirk.
Yeah.
And I think I've only seen him in Dunkirk, and Noah still doesn't believe me. He's still
no. It's for some reason my IMDb is only going back to 2019.
It's not that long ago.
I think I've only seen him because I was trying to talk about the only movies that I've seen Barry Keoghan is Saltburn and I guess Dunkirk.
Right.
Like, I don't think I've seen him in anything else.
The Marvels. Right? He was in...
He's in The Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh, fantastic in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that.
In that.
What?
Who is he in that?
In Banshees?
Dominic.
He's the he also has an untimely end in that movie as well. Do you not recall? He has like a big role in that movie.
No, I don't recall.
I never saw that one.
Thanks for chiming in. Thanks for piping up over there. It's really.
I never saw. You liked that one.
So helpful.
You guys both liked that movie.
That was a great
Banshees
movie.
is a great movie.
I gotta put that on my list because I still haven't seen that one.
Yeah, The Marvels was like Oh, not The Marvels. The Marvels is
He was in Masters of the Air.
Eternals.
Wait,
he was in Masters of the
He
Air.
was in Masters of the Air.
Yep.
No, you watched Masters of the Air, didn't
No,
you?
I didn't. I turned it off after episode 1 because it's awesome.
I can't wait to talk about Sharpay's.
Eternals is what I'm thinking of. He was good in that. Isn't he also in the Batman?
Yes, he is.
The joke? No,
he's in Batman.
he was in like the Ben Affleck
the
Batman movie.
The deleted scene.
Right, because he was
the
like at the
Joker.
end where he's the Joker. Yeah.
Yeah, which people,
And then I thought there was like going to be more from that.
Yeah, people think that he was going to play the Joker later
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
So did you see all plans of Eternals 2 got cut?
No.
Yeah, all plans of Eternals 2
Why?
out the window. I don't know. It's just the news
I mean,
saw.
Marvel, like they've had some. I feel like they've kind of been all over the place.
So everyone was like, Harry Styles, get back to singing.
right. Kind of forgot that they just tossed him in at the end there, and then really that was never. They were like, "Here's Harry Styles as a Marvel character," and then that was it.
Yeah, Eternals 2 was. Yeah,
That's unfortunate because Marvel has, like, the product just hasn't been as good post, like the different phases as they call them and whatnot, but like post Endgame, the changing of the guard, different characters, certain stories just have come to an end, and the newer stuff that they've put out just hasn't been as good.
You're gonna kill me, but I don't see his name on the Dunkirk IMDb list.
Oh,
I swear to God, he's not in it.
God,
I swear to God, he's not in it.
No, I don't want to go back and forth, but Barry Keoghan is in Dunkirk. He plays George.
Oh wait.
Where did you think?
Are you looking at a completely different
No,
movie?
I thought you were talking about Paul Mescal.
Oh,
we haven't started talking about Paul Mescal
God, we've been talking about Barry Keoghan the whole time.
That makes us so much. Okay, never mind. I might need to cut out this whole time. I thought you were talking about Paul Mescal.
You can't cut this. You can't cut this. We haven't got to the Paul Mescal topic. That's next.
Once again, we've been talking about Barry Keoghan the whole time, so that really shows how much you've been listening to us. Like, this goes back to me saying thanks for piping up. Doesn't even know what topic we're talking about.
I was like, I literally been scouring. I'm like, where the fuck is she seeing Paul Mescal
And
in
I
Dunkirk?
honestly was trying to be so calm about it. Like, I thought I was going crazy.
No wonder. Then we're also he's in Banshees?
Yeah,
I don't remember him in Banshees.
Oh my God, it's all making sense now. Because I was like, what? When was he in Banshees? Obviously, Barry was.
So this whole
Obviously, Barry was.
So this whole time we were just talking with two different people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not kidding.
God.
I seriously was I thought I was picturing things when I was reading Barry Keoghan was in Dunkirk, and then I felt like I was trying to convince myself that he was in Dunkirk. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, we will be talking about Paul Mescal, but we haven't gotten there yet. If we want to go through Paul Mescal's IMDb after this, we will. Shit.
Speaking of Paul,
But I said, he's in Gladiator. Oh, Barry is too.
Barry
Wow.
is in Gladiator too, is he
Damn.
not?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. And the funny thing is that I also haven't seen much of Paul Mescal, so we will have to bring up his IMDb as well.
It's honestly not that much.
He's
That's
in
all.
Normal People, right? That was the
Yeah.
big one that he did that people loved, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have his IMDb up, so you would know.
Yeah. No, now I know it. I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
I could see how stressed you were because you were like, I really don't see him in
No,
Dunkirk.
I'm just like, when was he in There weren't that many people in Banshees. When was he in Banshees? And it was a big role.
You sitting over there stressed
Oh my
that
God.
you can't find Paul Mescal in Dunkirk is killing me because you were like, I could see you out of the corner of my eye, stressing out.
It's I'm sorry, I really don't see it.
Damn. Well, I guess we might as well lead into the next topic, which was Paul Mescal and Gracie
Paul
Abrams.
Mescal, we are now talking about.
We are now on the topic of Paul Mescal, if you want to bring up his IMDb. And Gracie Abrams. They seem to be like they're dating. They were seen in London. And a little fun fact, people may not know this, or they do. I, for one, had no fucking clue. And I'm going to say it loud and proud that I had no idea. Somebody out there, I know at least one girl listening, will be like, oh my God, I also had no idea.
Yeah.
And if just one girl listening can agree with me, I'll be happy. Gracie Abrams' dad is J.J. Abrams, famous director.
Correct.
Had no idea.
I broke that news in our group chat. Like what?
Last week.
I also
like
didn't know.
No, it didn't know. No, it was like I thought it was like an uncle or
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was any relation of any sort. I had no idea
that
her father. Gracie Abrams was a Nepo baby. I had no idea. I thought
that's as Nepo as it gets.
I thought that Gracie Abrams was just like an up and comer.
Yeah,
everyone.
I will say it is obviously
she is very talented.
Obviously, it is like what her father's J.J. Abrams, but she is not an actor. Like she is it's different. It's different.
I guess.
Like,
I don't think
obviously her dad is important and people know who he is and they recognize that. But like she's not starring in every new movie and it's like she's a singer.
But he has connects.
For sure. Of course.
Dad, can I he can hook her up with like Taylor Swift. Like
he's like,
can I get a conversation with Taylor Swift? Like he has the power to
like let me put you in the direction of the right people. What J.J. Abrams could do for Gracie. Now Gracie is extremely talented.
Yeah.
I just had no fucking clue. Fun fact, I auditioned for a J.J. Abrams movie, Super 8. I didn't get it, clearly.
Yeah.
We moved along.
I mean, look, that was just another one where you and
Dakota
Elle
Fanning. Elle Fanning got that role.
Yep. Your long time nemesis.
Another one she took from me.
Yeah.
Fucking Elle Fanning. I could have been in The Great. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I had no idea. That one really shocked me. She just did a W Magazine ASMR video, though. I watched the whole thing, and she was fantastic. I love
her. You guys know I've been obsessed with her album, and I listen to it all the time.
Let me tell you, she's an ASMR artist.
Yeah, she's good.
She's really good.
Oh, is that?
I've never heard
That's what they call them.
They call them that?
Some of them.
Okay, I was going to say.
The good ones.
That's genius.
The good ones at that.
Yeah.
I always get this itch,
ASMR artists.
right? I always get this itch to maybe make an ASMR video, like on my TikTok or something.
You?
No, because I'm like, I don't want to freak people out if all of a sudden I'm making ASMR videos, but it needs to find the right audience.
You're such a fan.
Ow, I just clapped my hands together, my rings.
Ow.
Ow.
You're such a fan.
I'm such a fan of ASMR, but I would want it to reach the right audience, and then if it doesn't, it's like, I don't want to freak people out.
It's worth trying.
But let me tell you, she's top tier. She knows what she must watch.
She has one of those voices too. Sometimes you can tell from like their singing voice how their whisper voice also sounds.
She whispered, and then she was doing like, I can't even describe it. Like, because you guys don't like ASMR like I do, but she's fantastic.
Yeah.
And so maybe I don't listen to her music so much, but ASMR fan over here of Gracie Abrams, and I still can't believe her dad's J.J. Abrams. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it took me this long to realize as well. But I know for a fact someone listening to this right now is going, holy fuck, her dad is J.J. Abrams? There's got to be.
And if you don't know, J.J. Abrams, famed director.
A very famous director.
I just, maybe there's somebody out there who's J.J. Abrams.
Right. That could also be the case where they're like, who cares?
Big time
but
J.J.
Abrams
director.
is a big director, which is why we said Nepo Baby, because a big director like that, they know the right people.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
That's not to take away Gracie Abrams' talent, because she is very talented.
She's extremely talented.
And it seems like she has a relationship going with Paul Mescal.
Yeah, they were seen holding hands in London.
People are upset that Paul Mescal's a taken man.
Paul's had a very interesting dating history. We never, when it was all happening, we really never jumped into it as much. But there was the Phoebe Bridges.
Yeah.
Bridgers. Phoebe Bridgers.
Yes.
Sometimes it's just like, what is happening with my brain?
Mm-hmm.
They were engaged. Oh no, no. It was, I'm gonna fuck this up big time. The comedian, Bo
Burnham.
Burnham.
Yeah.
They were maybe engaged.
Who was Phoebe Bridgers engaged to?
And then there was like a whole swap of people dating.
Oh, I remember this. I remember this.
And then she was dating
no
Paul
Mescal and Phoebe Bridgers were engaged.
Oh, those two were engaged.
They were engaged. They had reportedly got engaged in February 2023, but then they broke up.
And then she was with Bo Burnham.
No, she dated Bo Burnham
before.
Bridgers had been dating comedian Bo Burnham since late 2022. Shortly after she reportedly broke up. Oh no, it was after. She started. Oh, these timelines are all fucked up on every website. They got them all wrong. She dated Paul Mescal and then Bo Burnham.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure Phoebe and Gracie Abrams are friends, no? I think Phoebe Dynevor was also in the mix here at a certain point. I could be making that one up.
Lots of Phoebes.
That just could be Phoebe. Like that just could be
lots of Phoebes.
Another Phoebe. But there was another gal in the mix of all this as well, I believe.
That seems like a lot of Phoebes to be mixing up.
Yeah.
But as of now, Gracie Abrams and Paul Mescal are running around London.
Right, exactly. He's a hot commodity. Everybody's.
He is, and I've always debated watching Normal People, but I heard it's really fucking sad.
It is,
and so I don't fancy that as much.
I never watched the show as well.
But you read the book.
Read the book. Was like, I don't feel the need to watch the show. That you know me. I want happy endings.
Right, and
you know.
Okay, so there's no happy.
It's like
not for me.
Yeah. It's it's more realistic to life, but you know,
yeah.
Which I'm like, fine, I get it.
Oh, Normal is very sad, I heard.
Yeah,
so I don't know if I'll be watching that anytime soon. But people love that, and people fucking love Paul Mescal. They really do. So much so that they're upset that he's dating Gracie Abrams.
Right. Well, he's kind of got that status now where he's like one of those like internet boyfriend kind of guys where they're, yeah. Everybody also really loved his chicken chop date as well.
Yeah.
There's
people like him. He's a likable guy.
He is.
He's a likable guy.
He is very likable. Very handsome.
Yeah, and
he
not in Dunkirk.
Those pictures of him on the set for Gladiator 2. Woof.
Yeah, he's a talented actor.
Yep.
And if you want to quiz Noah on his IMDb at a later date, you can, because
he knows everything that Paul Mescal was and was not in.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's funny. All right, that wraps up the topics for today. This segment is presented by Coors Light. You don't have to be selling out stadiums to feel like you're chilling backstage. You just need Coors Light. And I'm telling you, this is so true. You can put yourself in that mindset at any time, any hour. You don't actually have to be backstage or selling out stadiums. You can be in the comfort of your own home, in your backyard, wherever you are, in your house, in your apartment, wherever it is, and just listening to good music, drinking a Coors Light, acting like you're backstage. Maybe you're acting like you're in a music video. I've been there before. I'm there all the time acting like I'm in a music video. So grab your Coors Light, because Coors Light wants to make your summer more chill with limited edition backstage 6-packs curated by some of your favorite artists, because music plus Coors Light equals chill and amplified. When you embrace a chill mindset, it's a good time to choose chill and crack open a Coors Light. I embrace a chill mindset all year round, all summer long, every day, any time of the day. You're choosing chill, choose a chill mindset, relax, kick back, choose Coors Light, choose chill, and amplify your chill this summer with Coors Light. Choose chill, choose Coors Light. Visit CoorsLight.com/summermusic to see how Coors Light can amplify your summer, and be sure to keep an eye out on Coors Light's social handles and Coors Light Backstage 6pack.com all summer long for the drops. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. It's time! The Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday, Weekly Watch Report on Monday.
Oh, God, you threw some. See, that's why you can't pre-record it.
No, I threw some flair in that one.
You really did.
And I didn't let it drag for too long.
No,
so much so if somebody wanted to skip, they could.
I mean, it's literally 5 seconds.
It's so quick. People were like, maybe you could just cut out the fourth one. I was like, no, that ruins the whole fucking thing. It's all or nothing. and I just gave it to you. All right, quickly. I only watched 2 things, so that's why I'm saying quickly. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder on Netflix. It was 6 episodes, so really short. It was cute, but it was like a little bit of a thriller. Not like a scary thriller, but it was what you can assume, a good girl's guide to murder. She's a high school student who's solving a murder case from 5 years back. Emma Myers is the main star. It takes place in England, which Emma Myers is from Orlando, Florida. So I was like, oh, you don't see this happening often where like an American plays, the reverse. And I thought it was cute. I'm going to give it, I'll give it a B minus.
Fair.
I'll give it a B minus. Like I thought it was cute. I'll probably in a couple weeks forget that I ever watched it. But if you want to watch a 6-episode series that is, it's fun because you're like, who did it? It's a whodunit.
It's a classic whodunit.
Classic. So I'm gonna give it a B minus, and I 6 episodes, so it's very quick. And then of course rewatching Love Island USA. I mean, not Love Island USA. Sorry, my brain can't stop thinking about it. Love Island UK season 5. Obviously an A.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm sure I watched other things, but my brain can't think of them.
Have you dabbled in Love is Blind UK?
No, I haven't gone back.
You should.
Well, it was one of those things where when Matt was away this week, he was like, you're going to watch Love is Blind UK without me, right? And I was like, yeah, I probably am. And then I watched the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And then I stopped, and then last night when he came home, he was like, have you watched? And I was like, no, I haven't. He was like, oh, then we could watch together.
I gotcha.
So I'm going to watch this week.
Yeah. What did I watch? I watched Love is Blind UK, caught up on all the episodes. Very, very intrigued to see what happens. There are certain couples that are just so cute. If you are not totally caught up, this may be a spoiler. But and I'm not going to try and ruin anything for you too, because I'm pretty sure this couple's in like the first episode. Steven and Sabrina are so cute. You know how there's just, it's like the Love is Blind formula. There's like always one couple that you just have so much faith in. They're the first couple to get engaged, like in the first episode, and you're like, oh my God, you just hope it works. And it seems like everything is lining up, and they're like working out their plans for maybe doing distance, and they're meeting their families, and it's like it's all working out really nicely. So I hope it works out for them. Freddie is the sweetest man. And I'm afraid his woman is walking all over him kind of scenario. And I hope that like, I don't know, I hope it works out, but he just seems so nice. But sometimes when someone seems so like genuine and nice when they're on a show like this, I just question why they're on the show. I'm like, why didn't it work for you in real life? Which is mean. But I'm hoping that works. That couple. There's been some good drama, some good mix-ups, some new people that have come in and said some things. There's this one guy I'm a little iffy on, Tom. I don't know. He's had some side comments, some other things where he seems a little snobby. And I don't know if he can get out of his ways and like get out of his own way to be like the kind of guy that he needs to. But like he was talking about the person he's with, like profession. Like he's like, well, I don't think I would have ever like dated a makeup artist in real life. Like blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, all right, Tom.
Judgy.
Yeah. Judgy. Totally judgy. And so that's been good. I'll give that a B. It's been good. And catching up on Love Island UK, I'm on like, I don't know, now I'm on like 58 or 9, one of those. There's just this back and forth between Mimi and Io. I just like, God, make your decisions. The families came in and then the families got involved. And that like really fucked up with their heads, And that's where I'm at. I'll give that a B minus. It's been fine. House of the Dragon, episode 4 and 5 I watched. Episode 4, best episode of the season by far that I've watched of the 5. Episode 4 was really good. action packed, I thought, for the first time, like the whole season. So I really liked that episode. Episode 5 was fine, but episode 4 was really good. Like, I'll get episode 4 would bump the grade up. So I guess the average of these 2 episodes, I'll give like a B+. I thought it was pretty good. The last thing that I watched was Twisters.
Oh.
It's available to rent.
Oh, really?
On Prime Video.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Joe and I watched it last night. Thought it was great. I really liked it.
Oh, my God. How exciting. Great news.
It was just like a good summer movie. Action,
Fuck
weather.
yeah.
I'm a weather gal. Like, I love
it was
weather.
rainy last night.
Yeah. So
A little own 4D
Yeah.
in your apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My apartment, oh my God.
Oh,
when
it's
it fucking
blowing?
rain. No, it's because it's all windows. So when it rains, it's completely like foggy.
Yeah, yeah.
And you cannot
Feel
see.
like you're in a cloud.
No, truly. Like it's amazing but scary.
yeah.
You know?
I enjoyed the movie thoroughly. I mean, Glenn's fantastic. I thought Daisy Edgar Jones was amazing as well. And I will give it a B+. I very much enjoyed it. And I think it was big production, big movie. I'm sure it would have been even better in theaters.
A
But
summer blockbuster.
yeah, I totally thought it fit that category to
Yeah.
me.
Cool.
So
I'm really excited that it's available to rent.
yeah, and that's. I mean, I guess we could grade like High School Musical. Those.
Oh.
Can we grade those because we were watching them
No,
last week?
I think we leave those off.
Yeah,
for,
yeah,
You know.
yeah. Okay, that's everything.
I will say Sharpay gets an F if we were to.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
for
F
sure,
minus.
F. All right, little bro / big bro. What did you watch this week?
Okay, I watched the Federer documentary. Fran reminded me because I had started it and never finished it. I liked it a lot.
It's very good.
Yeah, I mean, I love Federer.
How could you not?
Yeah, and it
How
was
could you
like
not?
emotional.
What a guy.
Honestly, yeah,
It was
like
so I was crying like the whole last 30 minutes.
and what you were saying about Nadal, like I think Nadal might have been the most. I remember when the pictures came out originally when it happened that event where it was like, is Nadal okay? Like he was just sobbing.
so sad.
Like
It
he
was
was
like-
more sad than anyone.
Yeah, which is just such a testament to how great Federer is that they were
Yeah.
like tennis rivals their whole careers,
Yeah,
but like also friends.
I know. It was cool to see them all come together.
Yeah.
So B+, that was a good one. I've been watching Suits again. So I started season 5. I picked up on season 5, episode 10, and now I'm like season 6, episode like 3
Did
or
you
something.
just decide season
I
5,
just-
episode 10?
No, I
or
think
is
that's
that
where I left
the
off.
last time you left
That's
off?
kind of where I was
gotcha.
like, I kind of remember this.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything, but it's like, does it matter if I spoil anything?
No.
I mean, Suits has been out. It's like Mike goes to jail. So like,
Yeah.
So now I'm like, all right, this is good.
My mom spoiled that for me.
I'll be honest. That's where I stopped watching.
That's where I stopped watching. But then because it was kind of like, oh, this is boring. It's boring. Now it's picking up again because it's like at least it's a new storyline.
Yeah. I
Like, he's in
suppose.
jail.
But I was like, yeah.
And I kind of like have spent enough time away that I like
Right. Sometimes
these
you
characters are like new to me now.
because you just watch so much so fast, and all of us like it just takes over your life for like weeks, and then you're like, okay, I need to take a break for a while.
Yeah. Like Louis Litt will never be not funny to me.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I watched Fly Me to the Moon.
How was that?
I don't know what
Channing
that is.
Tatum and
Channing Tatum.
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
The like astronaut movie.
Mm-hmm.
did that just come out?
It
It's
came
been
out
out for a
really
little bit.
recently, but now
Oh.
it's on. I watched it on like I rented it.
Okay.
So I saw that the reviews like weren't great, but I really liked it. Yeah, I thought it was really
I've
good.
heard good
I
things.
know nothing about this
Oh,
movie.
really? You
I don't
There,
think
there was
I-
like there was no promotion. I remember I saw
Yeah.
one trailer and I was like, "What is that?"
I
That
don't
looks
think
good.
I Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum.
Yeah, Ray Romano's in it.
Oh, I know zero clue.
Yeah, there was some promotion. Not a ton, but there was
Huh.
some.
And this came out in like the last year.
Do you want to hear
this
something
summer.
crazy? Do you want
Oh.
to hear something crazy? This got a 65 on Rotten Tomatoes. You know what Sharpay's movie got on Rotten Tomatoes? A 60.
What?
It's insane.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
that's something's wrong there. Something's wrong there.
That's
how many
crazy.
reviews? That means Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure was reviewed by like
Like four people.
toddlers and like 4 people.
Yes, 60%. I mean,
Look,
the audience scores a 44% for Sharpay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
5 reviews for Sharpay for
5.
60.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, there you
Okay.
go. Like, and they're probably not, the most reputable.
Yeah. But
sources.
I actually very much enjoyed it. Like, honestly, any space movie I kind of like, but
Fair.
I love Channing Tatum. He's great. Scarlett Johansson's great. I think they had great chemistry. I would highly recommend it. I think people would like it.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
heard good things.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. So I'll give that a B. I watched the first episode of Owning Manhattan. It was just on Netflix. I'm like, oh, let me give this a shot. I hated it.
I'm not
hated it.
surprised.
Like, there's not one single like redeeming quality in my mind or likable character. Starting with Ryan. I'm like, this guy is
That's kind of why I liked it.
Did you see his post that it was actually originally called House of Sirhan?
Oh my! I'm sure he would have liked that. Like, I mean, he's been on the show. Seems like a nice guy. Like, but this show, I'm like, I think it makes him look terrible. Like,
Well, yeah, that's kind of the point. Like, I think
yeah,
he's
I guess,
like,
but he just seems like very obsessed with like himself, I guess. But
you have to be.
Yeah.
You have to be.
But and it seems so scripted.
Yeah, no,
like
it
you were
is.
saying.
It's definitely.
it is.
One of
I mean,
those
it's like
shows where
Selling
he
Sunset.
walks into he's walking into a building and the camera's behind him, and then he walks in and the camera's in front of him, where it's like you're just setting up all these.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Yeah, it
It's
all
like-
seems so
yeah,
scripted,
yeah,
and like
yep.
his voiceovers seem like corny, and
Yeah.
I did not like. I'll give it a D.
Yeah.
Like, so bad. I might keep watching because it's so hateable that I'm like,
I think
good
you
background
almost
noise.
need to keep watching it just because there's one agent.
Is it the tattoo one?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is
I've seen some clips on TikTok.
the rudest human being. Like, I could not believe there is a moment where I don't even know if it was real or fake, truly, because I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, who the fuck was listening to this podcast? Where him and one other agent, one of the girls, had like a podcast about real estate.
yes, yeah.
And they sit in the room that the student, it's in the office, like the podcast studio's in the office, and they start doing an episode with this, which is why I'm like, is this all just so fake? They do this episode where they're just shitting on the other agents. Like, and then everybody is out at their job and they're like getting texts like, oh my God, did you see this? With like a link to the podcast episode. And then they like play it. And then they all freak out. And then like Ryan freaks out. He's like, you can't be doing that. Like off, like whatever, talking shit about other agents. It was so insane. And like at any other job, it would just be like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
It is
clearly
the one
staged.
part that's cool,
Yes,
I guess,
like-
is like seeing these crazy apartments, which I
that-
always like.
The real estate, actually seeing the real estate in New York, which is funny, which is why I joke still that like even it's like when people say, oh, I'm watching porn because I like the story. Like, it's like, I like the houses.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but it is like the real estate is cool.
Yeah. And then I watched this murder documentary on Netflix called the Lacey Peterson one.
Oh,
I don't know if
I've
you've
seen
I
that.
saw that.
It's 3 episodes, but crazy story.
I don't know this. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah, basically just, I don't want to spoil it if you
Yeah.
don't watch it, but it's a crazy story. I'll give it a B-. It was interesting, but just one of those where,
It's kind of one of those like Netflix churns those out.
yeah.
Where you're like, oh, 3 episodes, you watch it in one night, you're like, that was wild, and then that's kind of all. Then a week later, there's a new one out.
Yeah. That's it. And I started watching, Vince Vaughn has a new show, but I don't want to grade it because I didn't I watched like part of the first episode.
Me too. Bad Monkey.
Bad Monkey.
Yeah.
And
What's
also
that on?
Apple
that's
TV.
Apple TV.
Of course.
Yeah. So that's getting pretty good reviews, I think. And then there's another show on Max called The Sympathizer. I don't know if you've seen that, but I started that too, but I haven't finished those, so
Yeah.
stay
Can't
tuned. Stay
give
tuned for next week.
a fair grading.
Fair.
All right, that's everything we watched. This rewatching segment is presented by Coors Light. So obviously we are going to get into Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure. We all have notes about it. But first, got to talk to you guys about Coors Light. It's the perfect drink for the perfect playlist. This weekend, I'm listening to good music. I'm chilling. Maybe you're on the beach this weekend listening to good music. Maybe you're even listening to good music around your house, your apartment, in the shower, wherever you are, just taking it in. You could take in a chill playlist while also taking in Coors Light, because it doesn't get better enjoying a cold Coors Light with your chill playlist, because music plus Coors Light equals chill and amplified together. There's no better combination. Sitting back, enjoying a delicious cold Coors Light while you're playing music that you absolutely love. What can be better than that? Like last week when we were with Mountjoy at Red Rocks, what could be better than that situation? Good music, Coors Light combined. Come on, guys. What are we doing when you need to embrace a chill moment? It's a good time to choose chill and crack open a Coors Light. Amplify your chill this summer with Coors Light. Choose chill and choose Coors Light. Go to CoorsLight.com/summermusic to see how Coors Light can amplify your summer, and be sure to keep an eye out on Coors Light's social handles all summer long for more exciting announcements. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. All right, guys, let's talk about Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure, because this movie is horrific, and I can't believe we picked this as the fourth movie, but we wanted to pick, since there's no four.
Yeah.
This is the fourth High School Musical, because there's not.
It's still a part of the franchise.
It's still a part of the franchise, and we wanted to do a franchise, and so we picked High School Musical, and we felt like we couldn't leave out Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure because it had to do with Sharpay.
Yep.
There are no other movies having to do with any of the characters, but Sharpay got Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure. Now let's go through the notes, and let me tell you, I don't have a ton of notes.
Neither
I
do I.
tried. I really tried.
And I honestly just I have about 6 notes because I
tried.
It was so fucking bad. It was so bad.
It was legitimately one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Legit.
Yeah.
One of the worst movies ever.
Yeah.
My first note is this movie should have never happened. In theory, sounds like a good idea. Spin-off.
Yeah. It's just they gave her nothing.
Extremely poorly executed.
They gave her nothing. She
Awful.
deserved a lot more.
Ashley Tisdale had some amazing songs in real life, and none of them are in this movie.
Okay, thank God. I thought you were about to say in this movie.
Ashley
not the
Tisdale
movie.
had some great songs.
She did.
She had a good music career
pop
going.
hits.
She had some fucking hits. None of them are in this movie.
No.
I would have felt like an absolute star if I was the only one who got my own movie. Being Ashley Tisdale, you're the only one who gets your own spin-off. You got to be pumped. But at the same time, you got Zac Efron doing 17 again.
Yeah, I was
going to
say everybody else was doing
Beastly.
pretty big things, and this was a Disney Channel original movie.
Yeah. I mean, to justify it, though, she's probably like, oh my God, I get my own movie.
Yeah.
But,
It's also interesting timing on when they made this, because this movie came out in 2011, so it was already multiple years later after High School Musical 3. It's not like it happened right away.
Right, and Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron were off doing other things at this point. I thought Austin Butler's voice was going to be way different, and now I feel bad. It's not that different.
It's
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
It is, but the tone is the same.
He has the same tone of voice. He still has a deeper, I don't know what we were envisioning. I feel bad because his voice is not that different. He's maybe talking with a different cadence.
Yeah.
Maybe he has a little more of a...
His voice now is a little bit more of a gravel to it. He's smoking a lot of cigarettes.
It's a little bit... He talks a little bit slower.
And he's a baby in this movie.
But the tone... It's pretty much the same tone.
Yeah.
So I was taken aback. I was like, I thought his voice was going to be different.
But he wasn't doing the movie star
Yeah, he was playing happy to be their guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't... What do they call it? Brooding?
He was not brooding.
A brooding movie star.
Yeah.
Is that the word?
Yes.
He wasn't pensive.
Yeah.
Just looking off into the distance.
Are you Sharpay?
Right. Well, I mean, there's not a lot of layers to playing a character like Peyton. So
right. And also, he's a college student. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's what college-aged kid, the guy, is painting someone's bedroom for them like that? You know what I mean?
It was. There's so many logistical things.
Well, it is just. The movie makes no sense.
You would like to think they're not. They're nice
this is
and
a movie
like
about
that,
two
but
dogs.
Yeah, it is.
Falling
It is
in
a
love.
movie about dogs. It's a straight up a movie about dogs falling in love, because he also is when he does start to get upset, he's like, "You haven't had any time for me." She hasn't even been there a month.
right.
She's been there 2 weeks.
It's a lot of logistical things that
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy is not in college. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's not painting her entire room. It's
No.
nice to think that they would, but in this day
But
and
they
age,
turned around that room quick.
they did. It was beautiful. Sharpay's outfits in the middle of New York City are jarring,
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I had the
which
same
reminds me why I love the color pink.
Yeah.
One of my favorite colors, top 2 probably.
Yep.
I don't often wear bright pink. It just doesn't fit the vibe of New York City, which obviously Sharpay's meant to stand out. It's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I guess I do wear bright pink, but besides the point, I wear pink, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not in New York City.
Totally.
How did she ever get stuck out of the Murphy bed?
You'll never know.
How did she get out of
Yeah,
how
I
did
had
she
the
get
same
out of
thought.
the
I'm
bed?
like,
Came to
she's
rescue
stuck
her.
She was
forever.
like, boy, get somebody.
Yeah.
And then the next day she was fine.
Yeah.
There was no follow-up.
Maybe just pushed it or something, you know?
And that's where I lost all motive to write notes down.
Yeah, yeah.
My last note is this movie is so bad.
I
Yeah.
have the
Like,
same
I
one.
just couldn't. And honestly, I'm not going to lie. I fast forward a lot.
I don't
I
blame you.
should have.
I fast forward. You guys didn't fast forward
No,
at all?
I mean, there were
I did. I
giant
actually
gaps
didn't.
where I
You didn't fast forward at all?
No, but I
There were
didn't
a
pay
couple-
attention for a lot of it.
There were a couple points where I was like, I gotta fast forward this. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
I just fucking can't.
No.
I can't. The ending where, and this is not in the notes, but it's just like, she's no longer Sharpay. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
when she gets into when the girl's like, you're like me, and she's like, actually, I'm not. Like, I don't use people to get at whatever.
Right.
Whatever she said. I'm like, that's Sharpay's entire fucking
Right.
character.
I saw what they were doing.
All of
She's,
I
you
understood
know,
what they were doing.
she's
She's growing.
growing.
She's growing. She's growing.
Yeah.
She's growing.
It's like, you were like
But
this yesterday.
High
Sharpay.
School Musical 1 and 2 and 3, maybe not so much 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sharpay was doing exactly what she said she wasn't doing.
Yeah. I
So.
agree.
Bad movie.
Bad movie. Okay, so my first thought was I don't remember this movie at all. Like,
Mm.
I kind of was flying blind where I was like, I don't even really remember the premise.
Yeah.
And then when it started going, I was like, oh shit, now I remember. And I forgot it's about dogs. I then said that this was a bad wig. It was a bad wig.
Yes.
It wasn't good. It was bad. Then I said, wow, totally forgot Paige from Degrassi was one of Sharpay's minions.
Mm-hmm.
One of like Sharpay's assistant friends. Forgot she popped in there
Not
for that
Bevan
role.
from Montreal.
But
Paige
that
from
is
Degrassi,
Paige from
yeah.
Degrassi. Sharpay's dad was a buzzkill. He just like had
Terrible
no,
actor, too.
you know, he had no faith in her. He didn't want to send her to New York. She graduated high school. She's in college. Let her go to New York for summer. Find herself. That first penthouse apartment was so nice. It had stone flooring and a full terrace. That I was like, wow. You rarely do you see like stone slate floors in an apartment building. Then I said young Austin Butler, normal voice. Like it's just not, not anything crazy. He's speaking normally. It's not that different from how he speaks now. We may have blown that out of proportion.
Yes, us entirely as a country
Yeah.
may have blown the whole Austin
Where did
Butler
Austin
thing.
Butler like? Was he known before this?
The Carrie Diaries?
Okay, yeah, this was like all around the same time.
The Carrie Diaries was amazing.
Crazy she throws at there's a couple moments where like
He was also in Hannah Montana.
yeah. He did a lot of Disney Channel stuff.
Yeah, he
like
popped
early-
in a
yeah.
little bit.
Crazy she throws around like there's a lot of like weight talk in this movie. And I know it was like 2011 whatever, but like there's one moment where Peyton says like weight and
Yeah,
then
he
she
goes,
says
"Wait."
she's like 105 and I'm like, "Oh my god, like what is happening?"
Yeah.
Like, this is just
And that I kind of blame that on Disney Channel a little bit.
Yeah, that was I did like her line about the Murphy bed being a closet with a tongue. That was the only point that maybe I giggled for a second. Because Sharpay is known for her good one-liners, but they failed her in this movie big time. And then I just wrote thinking about how this film is how Vanessa met Austin.
Is it?
Kind of. They started dating like right around the end of 2011, like when this movie came out. I think Ashley and Austin became really good friends from this movie, and Ashley and Vanessa were best friends.
Because
Hence-
I was wondering how he played Ashley Tisdale's love interest and ended up dating Vanessa Hudgens for so long.
Yeah, I think they like just became really good friends, and then he met Vanessa through Ashley. The messenger bag really screams NYU film student. They like really tried to. He had that messenger bag strapped on him at all times,
And he didn't need that.
No, he didn't. I said the outfits were so amazing and so criminal at the same time. Like they were so bad that it was like, who did this? Who did this? I can't believe a lot of these are like short moments. Plot twist, dog edition. I forgot that this was this was the plot twist. That it's about the dogs.
When the dogs lock eyes.
Yeah.
I had the same moment. I was like, oh my God, this is about the dogs.
Boy is a star. Where is that 12-year-old boy from? He looks so familiar.
Yes.
Good luck, Charlie.
Good luck, Charlie. Okay, thank you. That was my answer. And then I wrote these dogs are star-crossed lovers. And then I wrote, would really love to turn this movie off right now. That was my note.
And that's when I started fast forwarding.
That was my note. I said the dogs just leave the theater at one point. The dogs just run away and run through New York City together. And they play, I said, couldn't afford the actual version of Baby by Justin Bieber. It's like not Justin Bieber singing. It's Baby, but it's not Justin Bieber.
I mean, this movie is horrific in general, but the kid from Good Luck Charlie, who, you know what's kind of crazy? I actually think I saw him like doing a podcast recently. Probably. But his name is Bradley Stephen Perry. Uh-huh. Bradley Stephen Perry and Ashley Tisdale. They just didn't have like good enough chemistry to be on-screen stars together. You know what I mean? Like why was he cast as for this movie? You know, like
right.
why
nothing
was he
in this movie makes sense.
Nothing.
I mean, they wanted it to be a young kid, I guess.
Why was he in this movie with Ashley? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And not saying that they were supposed to have chemistry because they're not dating. I just meant like on screen. I'm like, this doesn't go.
Yeah.
Like, why is the kid from Good Luck Charlie with Ashley Tisdale right now, and their dogs are in love running around New York City?
There was one moment where Ashley Tisdale was like, they want to remove the dogs from the movie, and he just like freaked out. He's like, sorry, I'm 12. Like, it's just like, what?
Yeah. My last two are, remember that movie Ashley Tisdale did called Picture This?
Yeah, I loved that movie with Robbie.
Yeah. Robbie Mel.
Yeah.
And the whole premise of that movie is also laugh out loud funny with the like cameras on the phone. Like that was a big new technology. My last note is Sharpay deserved a better movie than this.
She did, and
great character, and they really just butchered this badly.
This isn't Sharpay's legacy, and
no,
it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
It should not be Sharpay's legacy.
Not be Sharpay's legacy.
Not at all.
It's sad that this is the last time we saw Sharpay.
It's fucking sad, and hopefully people have forgotten about it. We have been reminded.
Yeah.
But I hope people forgot about it because it's really bad.
We're reminding everyone.
And we are reminding
everyone. It was bad. Just bad. Music was bad. Songs
Ashley Tisdale deserved better.
Yeah. Yep.
Can't you be good to me?
Yeah, no, it's just bad.
She had great songs in general.
Oh,
Headstrong,
Ashley Tisdale. Yeah.
But not in this movie.
No. Go ahead, Noah.
You know the boy's too shy. You gotta kiss the girl. Sorry. We have delicious, juicy energy shots and energy gummies in studio with Proper Wild. It's the perfect boost. It delivers the perfect boost that you need. Maybe it's Monday and you're like, oh my God, how am I going to get through the week? I'm so tired. I don't have energy. Well, why don't you try Proper Wild? They have the energy shots. They have the energy gummies, and there's no weird ingredients. It's all clean, good caffeine. There's also multiple flavors. There's peach mango, there's strawberry kiwi, and there's blackberry. We have strawberry kiwi and blackberry in studio with us right now. My personal favorite flavor is the strawberry kiwi. This will give you the all-day energy that you need. It lasts 4 to 6 hours, so if you want to try it in the morning, maybe midday, maybe at night, maybe you're going out and you want energy for the nighttime, grab a Proper Wild shot. Maybe it's midday at work and it's like you're hitting that 2 p.m., 3 p.m. slump. What are you going to do? Take a Proper Wild. This gives you the energy that you need. And like I said, it's clean ingredients, it's long lasting, and it gives you that brain fuel and that energy that you need all day long. So use code WILD for 30% off at properwild.com. Once again, if you want to give it a shot for this shot of Proper Wild, use code WILD for 30% off at properwild.com.
I said terrible song off the bat, and that went on for so long. That opening number thing, I'm like, what is? And I was like, what is this? Like, where is she performing? Why is there a full crowd?
It took me a while to figure out what, that whole opening number. I was like, What age are we at? I like forget.
Yeah,
is this
same.
like is this a year? Is it 4 years? Like is this post college? Is this college? I like kind of forgot
and then
that
he's like, it's 1 year later.
Yeah, it's 1 year. 1 year.
Which is crazy.
And in that song she goes, "Bye Gab."
She's a hard character to root for. I was like, I'm like, I don't know if I can spend a whole movie, which I did, watching her as the main character.
She is
always
annoying.
comes around.
She is annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what makes her Sharpay,
But I was like-
Peyton says.
I was very much missing the rest of the cast from
You needed the rest of the Wildcats?
Yes, or at least some of them.
Why
Like,
was
give me
Ryan not in this
It was so
movie?
dumb for them to not put Ryan in
It's
this.
so dumb. It makes no sense.
Especially because Ryan went to Juilliard.
It doesn't make any sense.
So like Ryan's supposedly just in.
Oh yeah, I didn't
We're
even think
getting
about that.
way
He's
too
in New
we're
York.
getting way too literal and way too critical of this, but
Yeah, the dad's like,
like-
you can't go to New York.
but like
what will you do?
Ryan should be living in New York and going to Juilliard. He's not mentioned once.
right, low
It's
budget.
not like
It's so dumb.
right.
low budget.
Like it's not
film.
like, oh hey, like I'll go stay with my twin Ryan for a month.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
like-
When she's freaking out, like, what will I do? What will
Yeah.
I? It's like, call your brother who's down the street.
Should he not be living in New York?
Yeah, maybe he decided not to go. I guess you know what I mean. There's so many
Yeah.
logistics, but maybe he decided not to go. Where is he? Just not in the movie.
Right.
Crazy.
End and Kelsey
Until
are
the
both
end.
supposedly at Juilliard. So
I was like, who are these new minions? They also don't go to school, or are
I
they
don't
the
know.
same minions? I don't know.
no, different. They're different. Those are her new college friends.
Her college friends when she doesn't go to college.
Well, she goes to college.
I don't think she said she took a year off to like find herself. Is what she said.
Oh, I thought she said she wanted to do that.
No, I thought that's because she's like been doing nothing this whole time.
Oh,
And they're dead. I think that's what she said.
I thought she was going to. Oh, whatever. Why do I care?
I said her dad is making 0 cents. Why can't she go to New York? Like,
Say yeah.
it's like, first of all, she's over 18. Like, she can do whatever she wants, really. You're really rich. Like, she'll be fine. Young Elvis, exclamation point.
Mm-hmm.
Her dad was so worried about her going to New York and then is no help to her when she needs it. Like, she's calling him, no answer. Like, didn't check if you could bring a dog. Like, this whole thing, like, Sharpay in this movie feels like like those movies where cartoon characters come to life and then have to adapt to the real world. Like when she's walking down in New York, it feels like, I'm trying to think of like, it's like Elf.
Enchanted.
No, it's an Elf.
Or
like,
Fat Albert.
Yeah.
Or even Enchanted.
Yeah, Fat
Like
Albert.
when,
Like
Amy
any of those-
Adams is dropped into Times Square.
Yeah, like her interacting with other like normal people is so weird to me.
yeah.
We're coming out on DVD.
I said that I don't even remember what these notes are in reference to. Just call your rich dad. Like it was probably some.
I mean, probably any inconvenience
Yeah.
she had.
I have as a quote, I had 2 things, my dream and my camera. And I just said same. That was Austin Butler said that.
Yep. Good line.
Feel like they could have come up with a better storyline than this whole dog thing.
No, 100%.
Like how is this what like
I don't know how this is what they decided. They were like, you know what? We're actually going to make this all about a fucking dog.
Yeah. This movie is so bad. This was probably like halfway through, and then it was like I was like I can't keep writing notes.
Yeah.
My next note after that, which is a lot longer after this, was this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said Ryan at the end was the best part of the entire movie.
Who?
Ryan. Did you skip that part?
When is Ryan at the end of the movie?
At the end of the movie, he's at the end. He opens the door and he comes in to her room and they have a whole conversation, blah blah blah, and then like the credits start rolling. See, you guys must have not watched the whole movie.
I was very clear that
just spending 5 minutes talking about how Ryan isn't in this movie. He's in the movie.
Yeah. Well, at the very end, it's like a very much like last 1 minute type thing.
So why?
I said that.
I'm going to be completely honest. When Ashley Tisdale started doing her last number, I shut it off. I said, I've had enough.
It was very much like an ending
Before the
credits thing.
credits roll?
Before / while the credits are rolling.
Okay. I ended the movie as soon as the credits started rolling.
He was on before the credits. Like, he was on the full screen.
Oh, really? And what does he say?
It was just like him coming home. Like, now she's at her home again, and he's like, oh, like, you made it. Like, you're like a star or whatever. Like, that whole thing.
And nothing about them being in New York.
And nothing about how
and-
he should have been in New York?
No. I don't think so.
Damn. So if they could get him for that, they should have got him for the rest of the movie.
They were playing like We Are All in This Together in the background, like at the very end.
Yeah, ending number.
Why was
I
he
had
not
shut it
in
off.
The movie?
I don't know.
Yeah, he had a different haircut at the end.
I'm gonna look up why.
Yep. Why
was Ryan not in Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure? Oh no, yeah. In the scene that was added, Ryan visits Sharpay after she becomes a Broadway star to congratulate her. The scene is not included on any DVD or Blu-ray release of the movie, so this was an added scene.
Wait, because I was watching on Prime.
Oh,
Were you guys watching on?
I was watching on Disney Plus. So maybe we just didn't get it.
Yeah, I shut mine off after Ashley
Did you pay to watch this movie?
I paid to watch all of these movies.
What?
Because I couldn't figure out the Disney Plus password. I called my dad. I'm like, whatever, I'll just get them.
Oh my God.
So there is an extended scene that you saw on Prime that we watched on Disney Plus and it was not included.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Damn. I also wonder why there was an extended scene.
Yeah, and it was not worth
extended cut, if you want to buy the extended cut.
It was like a 1-minute scene.
Oh, that's so interesting. The scene is not included on any DVD or Blu-ray release of the movie, so it's only included on the Prime Video version that Noah saw. Interesting. Huh. Well, I think that this was a low-budget film, and they just...
Yeah,
crazy. Damn. So yeah, I guess if you're like us and you watched it on Disney Plus, I don't think you don't see this moment.
No. I mean, I shut mine off when she was singing. I was like, all right, this is the end. Goodbye.
Yeah. But if you're paying premium,
if you are paying to watch these movies, which I'm sure nobody is, because I'm sure people are just watching on Disney Plus.
Yeah. Which, I mean, of course you pay for Disney Plus, but like...
Right, as a whole.
Yeah.
I pay for Disney Plus as a whole because I like Disney Plus a lot, you know?
Same, I love Disney Plus.
There's so many great things on there.
But, yeah. We didn't get that little bonus.
No,
that's what you get for paying $5.
Yeah, we didn't get that little bonus scene.
Yeah, you essentially paid for the bonus scene with Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that is probably going to be one of the worst purchases I've ever spent in my... Like, looking back on my life, like, you spent $5 to watch Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure.
And you did say the best part of the movie was Ryan coming back.
It was the best part.
It was worth the money.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It was like, a familiar face.
Yeah, so you paid to see Ryan and...
Yeah, I'm glad I stayed to the end.
I'm thankful that you paid for that to see that. But this movie as a whole is an F. It's a whopping F.
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh.
Can't even give it anything higher. It's just an F.
Nope.
And I'm sorry to everybody who maybe had watched it over the weekend. And if you didn't watch and you just want to hear our review, you're never going to go back and watch now. Or it's so bad you might go back and watch.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah.
That wraps up the Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure. And our official High School Musical rewatch has been wrapped up. And man, I enjoyed my time.
I really enjoyed it as well. I saw a bunch of posts being shared because it was over the weekend. It was the anniversary of the premiere of High School Musical 2, and some videos and the promo and everything people were reposting. And God, I missed seeing that. Like all of them hanging out at the pool, like countdown to when the movie was going to premiere. And then they had Phineas and Ferb coming on after, and the Hannah Montana Jonas Brothers episode. Mm-hmm. Like, what a night of television.
They kept us fed.
Yeah.
And they seriously did. And let me tell you, the fact we're at Kenny Ortega's house having a barbecue, we're in the pool, Zach's grilling burgers.
Yep.
Bring me back.
Yep.
I mean, I'm happy to be in this time right now, but I look back and go, man. And you know what? I didn't take it for granted as a kid. I want that to be known. Because you look back and you go, fuck, we took those times for granted.
Yeah.
I didn't. I took every single one of those moments into the fullest degree.
Same.
Like, a lot of my life was spent watching Disney Channel
absolutely.
And fully soaking in the moments and soaking it in with my friends.
Full schedule was around making sure you could be in front of the TV
at a certain time, and
to see the pre-coverage as well.
Right, of course, and just like having those sleepovers with your friends and everything revolving around Disney Channel. Like, it wasn't taken for granted. No. It wasn't. Every moment was enjoyed and will continue to be remembered upon as such a beautiful time in our lives.
Agreed.
So thank you, High School Musical, and thank you, Kenny Ortega. You deserve an award. If you haven't gotten one already, you deserve one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Have you watched the Descendants movies?
No.
They were brought to my attention recently. I never did either.
it's incredibly sad.
Yeah. I'm super fair. I get for that reason.
Not the movie itself, but yeah.
I had never seen them. I didn't even realize there were so many.
There are, and people love them.
Yeah, people do love them.
But, it's just the time. You know what I mean? The time in which you watch. When you watch High School Musical as a kid, it's like...
Totally.
It just hits
Has a different effect.
It does.
When
So,
you rewatch.
That wraps it up.
Yes.
Once again, here to remind you that Proper Wild is the clean all-day energy boost that you need in your life. Proper Wild is clean all-day energy. It's long-lasting energy. There's clean ingredients. It gives you that brain fuel and the reduced jitters that you're looking for. It's clean caffeine, and it's 5 times as much as a shot of espresso. So whether you need this in the morning, at night, it's a great midday boost as well to keep you energized all day long. There's no weird ingredients. It's just good, clean caffeine. And they also have best-selling flavors. They have the peach mango. They have the strawberry kiwi, which I'm holding in my hand right now, that we have locked in the studio. We also have a blackberry in the studio as well. And they are delicious. It's clean all-day energy. Like I said, there's no weird ingredients. And it gives you that long-lasting energy, 4 to 6 hours of energy. And you can give it a shot. You like that play on the words? Shot of clean all-day Proper Wild, and a shot at trying it. Use code WILD for 30% off at properwild.com. Once again, 30% off at properwild.com. Give a shot. A shot. You get what I'm saying? You get it? Properwild.com. 30% off. All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys so very much. We hope you have a wonderful Monday. And on Wednesday or Tuesday or whenever the next episode comes out, because we may release it early, we have a great interview with Kayla and Liv from Love Island. It will probably be released a bit earlier than Wednesday whenever we're done recording Tuesday's episode. So look forward to that. We discuss everything reunion, and we had a great time with them, a great full hour just having fun. So make sure you look forward to that. We love you guys. Have a fantastic week. Hugs and kisses. Giving you a warm hug from the studio once again. Goodbye.